Me, I do not give a f. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Since I came home, y'all know it. I wore my shit from day one. Yeah, I did it in what? I'm outside. Y'all know I'm outside. Outside. I never told on my friends. I don't tell on my friends. Them wasn't my mans. Y'all know they wasn't my mans. That's what hurt y'all. Like, damn, like, he's right. Oh, he's right.
If it doesn't fit, it ain't shit. And things in this world are starting to not fit. Right now, we have a perfectly suitable clown running the free world. We got a guy whose advice included things that no decent crackhead would tell you to do with a wound.
All of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never got in any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like, those are federal informants, like, you know.
You think they're really out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of the job, is to acquire those. It's like saying, you know, if you're playing chess, do you have any pawns?
Katt Williams just threw another wild grenade into the culture, and the internet is shaking all over again. And somehow, because it's always him, Tekashi 69 got dragged right back into the middle of the chaos like he never left the spotlight for a single day. Folks are whispering that the rainbow-haired instigator might still be feeding info to the feds, treating informant work like a full-time job. But before we break down Katt's latest firestorm, we gotta rewind for a second, because this situation didn't just appear out of thin air. See, the entire Tekashi's snitch legacy has been simmering for years. Right when people think the story finally cooled off, someone walks in and turns the stove to max. This time, it's Katt Williams pouring gasoline on the whole pot. People remember it clearly. Tekashi went from internet troll to full-on federal cooperator in record time. The whole industry was stunned. Everybody knew he wasn't really cut from street cloth. Yet he pushed himself deep into the 9-tray circle like he was built for it. Then 2018 hit. Robberies, shootings, racketeering. And when the feds closed in, Tekashi folded quicker than a cheap lawn chair. Headlines everywhere showed him pointing people out in photos, naming names, and breaking down the operation step by step. Instead of decades behind bars, he walked away with 2 years after cooperating, talking to prosecutors like he was giving TED Talks instead of testimony. Officials even said his help was extremely useful, which lit the streets on fire. By 2019, the verdict was stamped in permanent ink. Tekashi was labeled a snitch for life. Memes, debates, jokes, he couldn't escape it. But somehow, he came home moving like the label disappeared overnight. And that's exactly where Meek Mill jumps into the story. Back in 2018, Meek was already warning him, saying that if you give out a certain kind of energy, it eventually comes back. Meek tried to tell him to chill before he talked himself into danger.
I'd have been like, oh, that doing is stupid at this point. I know you might have got on from doing it and it worked out to be able to make some money, but I think you need to slow down. I think you beefing with too many people right now. You putting the wrong energy out, and the world will deliver the energy that you putting out. Like, you delivering a gangster type of energy now. He locked up in the middle of some shit. So, you know, you gave out that energy, you kind of got that energy back. I seen him one time and I was like, yo, I want to holler at you real quick. He was like, all right, I'm gonna holler at you in a second. And I was gonna tell him like things, not talking about prison, just like, yo, stop putting that energy out. You get money now.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody want to live like that. You can't live with 10 security guards forever.
But Tekashi didn't slow down. Instead, he hopped online trash-talking Meek, questioning his credibility. By 2020, things turned straight toxic. Meek jumped on X, saying Tekashi needed to apologize to the people he told on, and calling him a coward for abandoning his child. That message shook the internet, and Tekashi fired right back, telling Meek he had bigger issues at home than worrying about a Mexican with rainbow hair. A direct shot, especially since Meek had just welcomed a newborn with Milan Harris. The internet instantly said, "This dude truly fears nothing." Meek clapped back again, calling him a keyboard informant, pretending to be an activist for clout. Then Tekashi dropped Gooba, and Meek wasn't having it. He called the song trash publicly. Tekashi, in classic Tekashi form, flipped it right back, accusing Meek of only caring about justice when cameras were rolling. And then came the 2021 Atlanta parking lot showdown. Meek tweeted that Tekashi waited outside the club for him, meaning the confrontation was no accident.
That's a fact, you. That's a fact, you. Hey, you security. This is security. That's security. You pussy.
You gonna do it like this?
Look. Shut up. Shut up. Hey, you with a cop. Hey, look, you tight. And you with police. And you with police. Look, that cop. That cop.
Tekashi showed up looking for smoke. The scene proved one thing. Tekashi loves picking fights with real street figures while walking around like he's wrapped in invisible protection. And that brings us back to Katt Williams, because he's been clowning this whole saga for years. Way back, he even hit the stage in a rainbow wig, calling Tekashi a rat and a full clown. He joked about Tekashi saying, "I didn't snitch, they weren't my real homies," turning that excuse into a crowd killer punchline.
If it doesn't fit, it ain't shit. And things in this world are starting to not fit. Right now, we have a perfectly suitable clown running the free world. We got a guy whose advice included things that no decent crackhead would tell you to do.
Tekashi leaned on that same excuse especially hard when calling Young Thug a snitch, which had people calling him hypocritical.
Me, I do not give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Since I came home, y'all know it. I wore my shit from day one. Yeah, I did it in what? I'm outside. Y'all know I'm outside. Outside. I never told all my friends. I don't tell all my friends. Them wasn't my mans. Y'all know they wasn't my mans. That's what hurt y'all. Like, damn, like, he's right. Oh, he's right.
Fast forward to this year on Theo Von's podcast. Katt didn't say names, but everybody with functioning ears knew exactly who he meant. He said the rap game has dudes out here acting like federal chess pieces, staying out of jail while pretending to be real street figures. He talked about people feeding info behind the scenes and staying protected because they're useful.
Absolutely, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like in the rap world, like all of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never got in any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like, those are federal informants, like, you know.
You think they're really out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of the job, is to acquire those. It's like saying, you know, if you're playing chess, do you have any pawns?
The internet exploded instantly. Everyone said the same thing. He's talking about Tekashi 69. There's no one else this fits. Because who else moves like that? Tekashi pops up everywhere, trolling, provoking, showing up to confrontations that should have ended badly for him, and somehow walks away untouched. No charges, no consequences, no setbacks. Then came the rumor mill. Folks started saying Tekashi still has some kind of ongoing cooperation deal behind the scenes. Even a situation last year, where he allegedly should have faced trouble, ended suspiciously clean. People straight up said he's still working for the government. Comments went crazy. He'd been a snitch and still is. Katt saying it without saying it, genius. And the theory didn't fade. It actually grew, because Tekashi keeps popping up in new drama like he already read the script. Then he started calling other people snitches, the same label haunting him. He even dropped diss tracks, throwing that word around like he forgot it's the reason people roast him daily. When he accused Young Thug of being a snitch, the community exploded.
Go get a napkin. I'm just singing fake time rap. Till I wanna do this, till I wanna do that. Kill a girl with a you a rap. You did what you did and you can't take it back. So it comes up to the world. What the f is that?
People said, pot calling kettle black. Tekashi tried spinning the same old line. They weren't my real homies, so it doesn't count. But the streets weren't buying it. They said, You traveled with them, ate with them, filmed with them. Stop the cap. And that's why Katt's new comments hit so hard. It's not that he revealed something brand new. It's that he said what people have been whispering for years. Some folks believe Tekashi never stopped cooperating. Not in 2018, not in 2019, not after prison, maybe not ever. When you line it all up, the courtroom testimony, the shockingly short sentence, the protected energy he walks with, the drama that never sticks, the nonstop reckless trolling, it all paints a picture people can't ignore. Katt didn't need to name names. One sentence, rappers working for the Fed, and the whole internet pointed at the same rainbow-haired trouble magnet. So now the real questions hit. Was Tekashi doing what he had to do to survive? Did he save his own life or betray everyone around him? Is he a survivor or a traitor? The debate has never ended. Katt Williams just turned the volume back up. And now it's your turn. Did Katt Williams finally say what everyone else was scared to? Or did he miss the mark completely? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe, because this story is far from over. See you in the next one.